Recently, I've been blocked from Ranger Stop and Pop Atlanta. Not only just blocked, but potentially I am banned, perma-banned from attending any Ranger Stop and Pops, and I could potentially be arrested if I step on property. This negativity, now I know this is not your lane. This is not Legacy of Nerds lane. This is not something he would normally report on. He leaves the dirty work for me.
I'm working on some of that stuff, whether I report it or not, or...
You should, man. I mean, if you don't, I probably will if I get some time. Even the people who hate me is like, yeah, you know, I'm with Henry on this one. This guy's a piece of shit. It's one thing to make a statement on the post and I clip it and I say it. It's another thing when you use your platform and you make a statement that's sticking, that's not going to get deleted, that's not going to get misinterpreted. How about that $1,500 story, huh?
That's stupid, right? Like $1,500, really?
Yeah,
like,
what's up, Walter Emmanuel Jones? How's that $1,500, man? I'm curious if you're gonna post on it though. I mean, I am curious.
I'm gonna see if I can get some verification on some things, and then we'll go from it.
I didn't want to plug you out because I'm like, you know, sometimes big creators be like, I can't be associated with Henry, man. He's bad for business. Always, look, the union up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Best believe the union.
The union. I don't know. I think we lost a couple members of the union to be honest.
I found Legacy of Nerd through Henry Stream. And they're basically the small-time thing in the Power Ranger community. So there wasn't really nobody on, so I was like, I'm gonna give them a visit. I think I got about 9 times out that stream. Every time my timeout expires, I would type in a chat, after 10,000 years, I'm finally free. And then instantly I got timeout.
Hey guys, and welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about Legacy of Nerd. Let's just get into it. Now, Legacy of Nerd, I actually know through Henry Resilience channel, because way back in the day, Legacy of Nerd would be in Henry Resilience live chat. He was a friend of Henry's channel. They would talk behind the scenes, just like Henry talks to many other Ranger content creators behind the scenes. But since Henry's content is so controversial, he's always called out Rangers who have committed wire fraud, or maybe ran some Kickstarters that didn't work out, or maybe he covered a Ranger assaulting somebody, or maybe a Ranger that murdered somebody. So basically, Henry holds these people accountable. Well, some people might say it's unfortunate because that means that no Ranger is going to give Henry an interview. Henry doesn't really care about that. All these other Ranger content creators do care about that. They want those interviews. They want to do all these fluff interviews and make all this fluff content, where all of these Power Ranger YouTube channels ask the same damn questions over and over and over. What's your favorite episode? If you could be any other Ranger, what color would you be? What other season of Power Rangers would you want to be on? Would you ever come back to the show? Same questions over and over and over and over and over and over. It's boring. But Legacy of Nerd was like a channel that Henry was cool with. Whenever Henry sees a channel that he likes, he'll support it. He'll say, hey, go check out this other channel. Henry has said before he only supports winners. Maybe one day I'll get more views. Well, definitely not doing this type of content. But it got to the point where these Power Ranger YouTube channels didn't want to publicly associate with Henry anymore because he was so controversial.
I didn't want to plug you out because I'm like, you know, sometimes big creators be like, I can't be associated with Henry, man. He's bad for business.
Este's cool. I like his channel. No issues with him. Henry has no issues. I more or less put that in there because Henry mentions that. So I wanted to put that out there. But it has been getting so bad. These Rangers are watching Henry's channel and they're seeing these people that come up on the channel and they're watching the live chat. So now when they're at conventions, they're looking for those people to see if they're showing up at conventions. That's why Henry was banned at Ranger Stop. then these conventions start kind of talking behind the scenes a little bit too. And so people started asking questions. Who's feeding Henry information? If the Rangers are talking behind the scenes, then all these Power Ranger channels must be talking to each other behind the scenes, right? Well, I'm not sure which convention it was. It might have been Power MorphCon. Henry can correct me. Legacy of Nerd was trying to get some pass at a convention. He was confronted and basically was told, hey, you told Henry A, B, and C. So Legacy admitted to telling Henry A, B, and C, and he was denied a pass. The problem with that is Henry didn't tell anybody that Legacy told him A, B, and C. If somebody gives Henry information and they say, do not share this, Henry does not share it. You guys have no idea how much information he is sitting on, Power Ranger related and not Power Ranger related, that he does not put out. All Legacy had to do was message Henry and say, hey, are you telling people, something that I might have told you? Henry would have cleared it up. So that means that Legacy's kind of not messing with Henry, and the people that were watching Henry streams didn't really know like what was happening at the time. And so people from Henry Resilience live streams would go over to Legacy streams to support him, myself included. We would go in there, type in the live chat, and we would say, stay resilient. Everybody liked the stream, so that Legacy of Nerd would know that people from Henry's fan base or viewers were coming over to show support. Well, instead of saying, hey, thanks, I appreciate that, you would get timed out for saying stay resilient. And all of a sudden, Legacy wasn't really working with FanWord anymore, and nobody knew what was going on until Henry told us kind of what happened. And I think it's kind of BS because Henry used to say stuff like this.
All right, shout out to Legacy of Nerd, y'all. My brother from another mother who stole my channel. All right, I had to get him out of there.
Well, I guess those days are over. So one night we were all in the lounge in the Discord and Legacy and Nerd went live. We thought, well, we'll go in there, say hi, show our support. Of course, some of us type in stay resilient. We start getting timed out and it starts going really south really fast. I would get timed out for saying something like stay resilient or what do you think about Brent Fan, which I think I might have asked someone else that once.
Hey, what do you think about Brent? Next. I might have to block you. I probably do. I think you're one of those. Yeah, gone.
One of those? What, one of those Henry Resilient cult members? It's funny when they don't like Henry Resilient or the people that agree with him, like we're some vicious cult. All Henry does is read the court documents, shows what these Rangers say and do, but he's the bad guy. Austin commits wire fraud, but Henry's the bad guy. Hector David Jr. pushes a seasoned veteran down, but Henry's the bad guy. We're the cult. But all these other fans and all these other Power Ranger YouTube channels are perfectly content following along with these problematic Rangers, committing these crimes, saying things that'll insult a group of people. And something this chick said on Legacy of Nerds channel said, yes, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't excuse you of consequences.
People shouldn't be timed out for using First Amendment rights. Hey, honestly, the answer, I appreciate it, but like, this is our chat, and if my moderators feel you need to be timed out, I apologize.
Freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences, friend. This chat does have rules.
What about the consequences of supporting someone who committed wire fraud or assault or maybe other things? Some people have issues with that, and they may have issues with people that will give people like that a platform, like Legacy of Nerd. Some people do have a problem with it. Some people don't. I'm not telling you not to watch Legacy. I'm just letting you know, like, another point of view of this.
Be timed out, I
Freedom of
apologize.
speech is not freedom of consequences, friend.
Shut up, bitch!
So let's get into the actual live stream and what happened in the chat. So while we were being timed out with, saying stupid stuff like stay resilient, someone named TJ, who's a part of Henry's Discord, would say something like, free dust, he did nothing wrong, and he would get timed out. Well, while all that's going on, we noticed that there are people in the chat that were a part of Henry's Discord but are not anymore, and that some of them really don't like anyone from the Resilient Army whatsoever, which means we would get timed out for the smallest things. I'm actually going to highlight one person, April, who was Henry Resilient's very first mod on his channel. She was a mod for a very long time, and then she left. She didn't like all of the bullying in the Discord, and she just wanted certain people banned, and it was like, and hey, if you cannot take the Discord, it's fine. You don't have to be there. Just because certain people are saying things in the Discord, that doesn't mean Henry's going to show it or promote it or anything. The people that are in the Discord, we all talk to each other behind the scenes. We're building these friendships. So like, we'll joke around with each other, but some people just get upset and leave, and that, okay, what we said may have hurt, but it like hurt us, the fact that instead of just talking things out, they would just leave and talk trash. So TJ made some comments that were wrong. I'm not going to say that it was okay. It was completely wrong. And for some reason, Legacy and Nerd decided to make a post and call TJ out by name and accuse him of predatory behavior. Now, in this Instagram post, Legacy is saying that this is predatory behavior. Now, when you say predatory, everybody's mind goes to sexual predator. I don't think I would have worded it like that. I think I would have said body shaming, because that's really what it was. I'm not gonna post the screenshots, but oh, you should buy a suit from the auction, they'll expand or whatever for people that pregnant or this or that, or people that have gained weight. That's body shaming. There was nothing that would suggest sexual advances. So I don't agree with Legacy's post that, hey, this is predatory. Everybody's mind is gonna go to that sexual predator. You know, there's a sexual predator. Like that's instantly what people's minds go to. It wasn't that. It was just body shaming. I'm not saying it was right. It was not right. TJ was wrong. He shouldn't have posted it. Francis went off on TJ about it. TJ admitted that, hey, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. You know, I shouldn't body shame. I'm just shining a light on this. I know like both sides don't look great, but I'm gonna report on it. So there you go. If you really want to get into it, Legacy of Nerd has made a few posts, which I'll show, but I'm gonna have to blur some things. Legacy's channel is very family friendly, yet his Instagram is going to post pictures like this, and the pictures he got those from what I know, allegedly were from an Instagram channel that said they had permission to post these, and then all of a sudden those posts disappeared. Some people may have said, hey, this person had permission. Well, did they prove it? I don't know. I'm asking. I'm not saying that hey, those people never had permission. The original person that posted those images, they took them down. So TJ was just body shaming. Legacy's posting these pictures on a family friendly Instagram. Maybe Legacy needs to rethink some things. TJ definitely needs to rethink some things. I don't think it's predatory. Definitely not sexual predatory behavior. Both with TJ's comments in the chat and both Legacy posting those pictures. Like, I don't think the intention is really there, but I'm mentioning the pictures because some people might see it that way. Just like some people might see this Instagram post where Legacy is calling TJ a predator and think sexual predator. It's not the case on either side. So again, this is just like maybe something to think about. Taking all of that and just accepting it for what it is. All of the other stupid things we were timed out for was kind of funny. It's like harmless stuff. And again, we were all in voice chat together. So I thought I'd message a few of them and interview them and get maybe their point of view on the situation. Roll it. So this is one of the people that were in the voice chat during Legacy of Nerds live stream. So I wanted to ask you, how did you find Legacy of Nerds channel?
Found Legacy of Nerd through Henry Stream. And they're basically the small time thing in the Power Ranger community. So there wasn't really nobody on, so I was like, I'm gonna give them a visit. I came to the chat and I greeted the host. I saw some of our former associates, and I've made a comment that was not directed at anybody. But if a person would have read it, they would have known that I was talking about them. And that's the comment that people are now talking about, that it was pretty much inappropriate.
So when was the first time you got timed out?
You know, believe it or not, that comment that I made did not got me timed out. The first time I got timed out is when I realized that Dust Productions was timed out. And then I typed in the chat, "Free Dust, he did nothing wrong," and then I got timed out.
And how many times did you get timed out?
I think I got about 9 times out on that stream. Every time my timeout expires, I would type in the chat, "After 10,000 years, I'm finally free," and then instantly I got timed out again.
So I think at this point, people have figured out that you're TJ. So when did you first hear about these allegations against you?
First time I heard about the allegations against me was when somebody dropped a screenshot of the post the Legacy of Nerd made, and those accusations were just unfounded and basically just not true.
And if you could say anything to Legacy of Nerd, what would you say?
If I could say one thing to Legacy of Nerds, it would be that don't believe anything that anybody says, especially when it comes from people who have lied in the past, who have continued to lie, continue to manipulate others for their own benefits.
And here we have someone else that wants to remain anonymous. Can you tell us what you think happened during that live stream?
So pretty much some of us from the Resilient Army saw that Legacy was live. So we decided as a community to join the voice chat and watch it together. If you don't know, Legacy's live streams are very boring, they're very monotone. We decided to help this struggling content creator and make it more engaging for the audience and making it engaging for the people who are chatting and whatnot. So pretty much the Ranger community is not getting enough views. I just want to help a struggling content creator get more attraction, engagement.
Those are just some harmless shots, but let me know what you guys think. What do you think about Legacy and TJ? If you ask me, it should have been taken care of privately. I also think maybe the timeouts were just enough. I don't think a public post was really needed, but since Legacy thought a public post was needed, I thought this was needed. So this is the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you to everybody else who decided to film their little clips. Links to everybody's YouTube channels in the description, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yo, what up? It's the Legacy of Nerds. They soft as a feather, straight dodging the words. Power Rangers crimes they don't want to see. Legacy of Nerds, where your views don't stack. Your show's so weak, ain't no one coming back. Begging for a shout, acting real desperate, but y'all ignore the dirt, man, that's just pathetic. Talking tough online, but soft in real life. Y'all can handle the heat, so you run from the fight. Throwing shade at TJ would claim so fake, but it's y'all that need to take a break. Yo, you think you're bold, but you're softer than bread. Dodging the truth, it's all in your head. Too scared of reality, clinging to hope, but the real world's harsh and you can't cope.
Legacy of Nerds, you're sinking slow. Nobody's watching and your show won't grow. Your opinion's weak, your takes are whack. Fragile little grown-ups always looking back. Legacy of Nerds, better quit while you can. Your fragile hearts ain't built for this land. Yours got no guts, no fire in the brain. This legacy's dead, y'all can't maintain.